books along the road, just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all the smiling faces, gathered along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
In range. Oh, it's back through Bartes!
1862 on a summer's afternoon, we took the bus from Bombers and she was heavy laden. Where we went along Collinwood Street, that's on the road to Bladen. Whoa, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gathering along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
Good afternoon, welcome back to another show. John Sinclair TV back again. Saturday afternoon for the warm-up show. And I've got Tony with us. Tony, how are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. How are you?
I'm great, absolutely fine. And also it's going to be the first of two streams I'll be doing tonight. Saturday, this one, and I'm going to do the match reaction show at 6:30. And Grace Thompson will be joining us as well. So keep your hours peeled for that one as well. And if you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button there. Sorry, scoffing. Also, hit the subscribe button as well if you are new. And if you like to super chat, then click on the $sign and give what the channel is worth. No pressure whatsoever. And if you'd like to become a member of the channel, please click on the join button as well. And got some comments flying in as well. Got Leslie as well. Big up to Leslie, by the way. Hope you're okay. Having a lovely day. And big up to Biff Viker and the what he claims that I'm in Milan Development Scout. It's 3-0. It's going to be 3-0 a day. I love that. I still couldn't laugh that. No, you put that last neat. Or should be sacked. And that's why I'm here. After enjoying everybody, big up the post as well. High score and winning the head of day. Big up to Static Agula fan. And I like coffee. Hi to you. And Gareth, hi to you as well. And we also for tune win. You don't have to be a Newcastle United fan to come on my channel. Anyone come on, be sure of or support you. Every support, whether you're a Torquay fan, even if you're a Wickham fan, even if you're a Scunthorpe fan, you're always welcome to listen to my channel and get your comments coming through as well. Pablo, big up to you. And who really likes slash Bournemouth today? I think it'll be nice today. So it's an hors d'oeuvre show leading to the match as well. And Paul's just saying here as well. I've seen a league team sheet and it looks like Bruno starts. I hope that's the case. It's Yoda, a Newcastle fan too. I see him come over Tony's place to watch the game. Is he Newcastle fan, Yoda?
You should be, yeah.
Hopefully. Should be as well. Big up and great to look for the show out of the day. So the good old today's game, Newcastle Bournemouth as well. And a lot of people are saying that Bruno's going to start, ESM's going to be out, Botman's got a niggly injury as well. So, Tony, today's game, I'm excited today. It's just I'm not there today because, look, I had to work and it is what it is. I could have drove, but I would have got my jacket, would have been card. Happy day. So, Tony, how do you think it's going to be fun today?
Yeah, I wish I was there today as well, John. I think it's going to be a cracking game. I mean, okay, you look at Bournemouth; they're not great, are they?
No,
but I don't know. It's one of them games. That's why. I mean, when I said 5-0, I wasn't being disrespectful to Bournemouth. I was just thinking because we're due to give somebody a thrashing, and if that's Bournemouth, then I think this could be the day. Now, Bournemouth, they're going to come with a game plan to try and stifle us. But if we're on it from minute one at them, then just get at them from minute one and see where it takes us. If we score early, happy days. And then that means then carry on the momentum. You know, you see it too many times with teams. Some teams, when they play, they sort of go up to like sometimes by half time they're 3 or 4 up, and then they just sort of take their foot off the gas and don't bother, and then just sort of relax the second half. I don't want to see that. I want to see them keep going and going and going, because like I say, you just see it more too often. I mean, you just got to go back to like 4 years ago at the World Cup, England playing Panama 5-0 up in the first half. England took their foot off the gas in the second half and only won it 6-1. That should have been a game where they went out and hammered them like, say, 10-0 or something. But, so I think if we're 3 up or whatever at half time, I hope we keep the intensity up in the second half and keep going. Because even a 3-0, it's still a dangerous scoreline, because they score an early goal in the second half and that puts you under a little bit of pressure. And then one can become 2 very quickly. And then you're like, oh, hang on, we're hanging on here. So, don't drop the intensity. Carry it on in the second half.
Absolutely, totally agree. We've got to do it. We've got to do it, because at the end of the day, right, goal difference could be very important at the end of the season. So, let's go for the high score win at the end, and don't just take a 1 or 2. I don't think I'll take the win, but I think the performance could be much, much better. Let's go on to Paul, and he read that. Big up to Cenk as well. I wonder if Cenk's from Turkey. If he is, big up. I could be wrong, because that name sounds like a Turkish name, but Cenk, big up to you, my guy. Big up to Nicola as well. Hope you're okay. And John, to Newcastle fans, good luck for today. Thank you. Good luck with your side tomorrow against Brentford away. After into Mansell, after into again, I coffee better game a day, not confirmed yet. I'm just imagining up with Bruno with Isak, goals incoming. Yes, I'm looking forward to that, by the way. Forest Park the bus against us, and we still put 2 past them right, Isak. Oh, Alan scored again today. Yes, he did. Bournemouth playing red and black like Milan. But come on, you can't put Bournemouth and Milan at the same breath. Come on, how are we? Haaland easy. Not as good. Haaland easy 40 goals this season, like what an animal. My guaranteed goal scorer winner again. 6-2 winner at 2-0. Anderson gets a start with this perfect game for him to shine. Fair play to Grealish, responding with a good performance after recent deserved criticism as well. Yeah, he's getting a lot, Grealish. Listen, he's not everyone's favourite cup of tea, but what can you say? Yeah, I mean, look, end of the day, I mean, look at the Newcastle team. Even if you've got half this team out, that team is good enough to beat Bournemouth in my book today, because, look, we got good players at the club. Ed's going to make a difference. I hope sentimental does come into play at a day, and get the 3 points. What he does after that, if he win, is up to them. So, yeah, it should be a high-scoring game, Tony.
Yeah, again, let's hope so. We need to score a few just to get some confidence up, and also we need to get them 3 points. That's more important than the goals, I suppose. But the 3 points is a must. So we've got to get that today, and maybe against Palace, we didn't get the VAR decision, but then we had chances in that game to win that game. So this time we need to make sure them chances are buried. To get the 3 points as well, and not rely on VAR helping us out or going against us.
Absolutely, totally agree. Because look, we just got to do our job and just play football. We can play football and we can score goals. Every single one knows that, and do that. We'll be okay. Got one from Foxy. I read that. Cenk said very close guest, John. I'm Turkish, but from Cyprus. Big up to you. Whether you're from Turkey, from Cyprus, welcome to the show. You see the flying kick red card chance on Grealish. I didn't see it. I saw the clip of it. It looked absolutely awful. If
anybody else has seen it, I'll pop it up there and let them have a look.
Yeah. Do that, Tony. Do that. 3-0, 2-0 Newcastle. That's from Gordon. Have we got confirmation to start 11? Not until 2 o'clock, mate. 2 o'clock. As soon as we know, we display that on the screen as well. And Biggie to win the Ballon d'Or before Grealish. Me personally, I don't think both will win it at all. But if you had a betting guy, I can't see them both winning it. No way. Erling Haaland will win it before long. I'm telling you. So, and it's good to hear Shelby's back on the grass and looking fit and sharp from Paul. And when will that be? I've absolutely no there. We're going to talk on Shell for the people that don't know yesterday when we talked about him. How far do you think he's away? And there's that tackle by the he totally deleted it.
Sorry, hang on. I've knocked the button by mistake.
Sorry.
Bear with me.
No, it's not very good.
There we go. Put it back up now.
I don't know what's wrong.
There we go. Looks more like a karate kick than anything. It's right in the chest area. It's a bad tackle. It studs up as well. It's not only high, it's also studs as well. That could have caused serious injury, that. And, he's a lucky lad. He got back up and walking about, no problem. And I suppose he'll have a bruise after that. But, it's...
Absolutely.
It's a red card all day. And if, Anthony Taylor was the referee, so proves what a good referee he is as well. I mean,
he is.
I don't think it went to VAR. I think he just sent him off straight away. I'm not sure. I didn't see the actual incident. I just caught the tail end of it when I switched the TV over.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a shocking tackle there. And also, you look at the Man City fans behind that. They didn't miss a thing. But it is what it is. So
it's there where you see the worst part, and it just looks, and that's in a still image. But I saw it real time on there, and it didn't look good.
Not good. I think that's shocking. Absolutely shocking. Got one from Kevin Slater, by the way. Big up to you, Kevin. Hope you're okay. Ginger Baz reckons he already knows the team sheet. Another inside scoop. Okay.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows what the team is. Nobody knows. But it's good to have guesses sort of thing as well, Tony, because it's like transfers as well. Everyone likes to have a wee guess sort of thing. He's coming. Even different clubs as well, even the football tells as well, say that he's coming, and it's not, but Toby's very, very good by doing what he does. From there, his stud slash doing his chest and leg too, that's painful. Absolutely painful. And I tell you what, I'm glad Jack Grealish got up again. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, look, we don't want our players to do a thing like that, don't we? Because they do, and they get sent off for it, rightly so.
Yeah, it's a bad chance. You got to be going off. If you don't go off like that, it's you don't get sent off for that, then there's something seriously wrong in the game. You look back at Trippier's challenge against De Bruyne. That was rightly rescinded from a red to a yellow because it was never a red card in the first place. He didn't go in with any studs whatsoever. His aim was to stop him from getting up the field, getting an advantage. So the right call was made on that one after VAR intervened. But that was shocking. But then you look at that one, if that's shocking, what about Van Dijk's a couple of weeks ago against Everton? Why didn't that result in a red card? He just went straight into somebody shouldn't with these studs first. So that's the thing. There's no consistency in this refereeing at all. Van Dijk shouldn't be even playing probably this weekend or whatever because he should be suspended for that.
100%. But it's Liverpool, isn't it? It's Liverpool, and unfortunately to see it, they just don't care. Look after the top six, right? But we know this, Tony. We know that. I just got early Bournemouth team news, right? Called Newcastle World, that Joe Rothwell and Bear Pearson are not going to be in the team today, but Junior Stanislas should be in the team today. So that's what I know. I'm not an inside scoop, but according to Newcastle World, yeah, that's what Gary Neal said. And he said, yeah, Junior's trained well. He's been on the grass with us, had a good few years. He's also added, it's good to have Junior back. Obviously, he brings quality that can help us, no doubt. So he could be in the team today to Pearson, and Rothwell could be out of the team today. So we know that from Bournemouth as well. Let's go through some more comments here. And got one from I Like Coffee. Who took Collins out of the tackle like that? I tell you what, though, the thing is, that looks a painful one, kid. It looks a painful. Don't really like Grealish for obvious reasons, but I'm not one to see him get him. Okay, that's fair. Get hurt, fair enough. And big up to Pablo. Collins sees more than a three-match ban for that last disgusting tackle. Totally agree. Fast didn't say it was correct. He thought his own prediction was near out of truth. That's from Leslie. Cameron and Leslie, want to make a video about it then? That's from Cameron herself. And Shelby back to full fitness. He's nearly there, Tony. He's nearly there.
Yeah, and he's confirmed that he's running back on the grass, and so that's a good sign. He's on his way back, and that's hence why he's been named in this 25-man squad, or else he wouldn't have been named in it, basically. So yeah, so that's good news, and it's another midfielder to put in the team as well. So yeah, he may not be far back after the international break. He might be about 3 or 4 weeks away even still, but at least he's getting there and he's not far away.
I wish him a speedy recovery as well from Shelby as well, because you could do with him right now. Really good for experience as well. Got one from Cenk. Hopefully we can win a deer. We need a pop referee on the pitch. I think we've got a good referee today, by the way. When we play counter-attack football, Isak could be very dangerous. But when we play at St James's Park, dominant football, it looks like we struggle. This is the thing, scoring scores is a problem as well. But if we can just get that win a deer, then everyone will be happy and we get those 3 points back. Honestly, I'll be buzzing if Anderson starts on left of deer. If it doesn't work out, we can always blame Fias on win-win for me. Coming to elect in a bit. Obviously, I think you'll have missed in. That's some jag. And that's it. And Cam having a ding-dong. I hope it's a friendly ding-dong, by the way. And going back to a Paul's comment as well. Elliot Anderson, I want this guy starting the deer. If ASN don't make a deer, I want Elliot to start a deer because it's a perfect game for him, in my opinion. But I hope that he gets it. I hope we get him time the deer. Give him 60, 70 minutes at least.
Yeah, well, that's what I've said, John. I mean, I said this the other day as well. You've got to give him a go, because he needs to start games, and the best thing to do is start him today in a game like this against Bournemouth. See how he does. Give him an hour. That's all you got to do. Give him an hour, and then bring somebody else on for half an hour. Bring Fraser on maybe for half an hour or whatever, but give the guy 60 minutes. Let's see what he can do. The only way he's going to get experience is by starting games. It's all right, bring him on with like 10, 15 or 20 minutes to go. But give the lad a start. See what he can do from the start. If he doesn't have a great game from the start and doesn't do well, then okay, fair enough. We'll know he's not ready. But you will never know unless he has a go.
Absolutely, probably. According to Newcastle World, Bruno Guimaraes is teases return to Newcastle starting 11, and he arrived at St James Park this afternoon, and he said, "Yeah, I'll be working hard for this. It's my goal, but I don't know if I will be ready." And that is what he said ahead of the West Ham that was last week, by the way. Why they printed it out, I just do not know. It's ridiculous. It's Bournemouth, not West Ham, by the way. So I think they need to change that one right, sort of thing. Jesus Christ on a bike. And this one here from that Coffee. Can Shelby recover in time for a place in the World Cup squad? Mate, he will not be playing in the World Cup. He will not be. No way. No way, Jose. No ding dong, John. Not on Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, by the way. I mean, I hope that fight takes place, Deontay against Joshua one day. I really hope that happens, yeah? I really do.
Referee, I've got the officials here for today, John. So the officials are referee Craig Pawson.
Yeah.
Who we don't really like him too much. Assistants is Mark Perry and Scott Ledger. Fourth official is Chris Kavanagh. The VAR ref is Stuart Atwell.
Yeah. And
the assistant VAR, now bear with me if I get this name right or not, it's Konstantin Hatzidakis. I got that right there.
You did. Bang on.
So there we go. So Craig Pawson, the man who didn't give us the penalty last season against Man City because he didn't think Edison fouled Ryan Fraser because he classed it as an off-the-ball incident. Yeah, he's the man in the middle.
Well, good luck to Craig Pawson today. I hope he gets decisions right today. That's why I was talking all summer. 2 wingers and attacking midfielder Newcastle needs. Hopefully in Jan window we sign those players we need to. Has to be weaned in the well. The past few games, I think he's ready to start, ready to go. this is a game for Elliot Anderson needs to start. No disrespect to Bournemouth. This is a game to get Premiership experience. Yeah, I agree, Gav. I think she'll be back from early expected. If he's running already, we'll be long reaction suite 4 weeks. They got to on the volley. I read John up to Cali, feeding out to Newcastle. And when do we get that t-shirt, mate? Had it for quite a while now, sort of thing, like River Island. And I thought, Canny smart, so I thought I'd buy it. And all the best for Rome and Buona settimana. And Roma, ti amo Roma. And there you go. So the Italian's coming on. And you can see over at the chance of the World Cup because Shaw is in and hasn't kicked a ball this season. Southgate Spheres. I wouldn't be surprised. He'd probably pick some from a different planet without no games at all whatsoever.
Well, do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember the World Cup back in 2002 when Sven-Göran Eriksson was our manager?
Yeah.
And he picked his World Cup squad, and he put a 16-year-old, an 18-year-old Theo Walcott in the team, and never played once in that World Cup.
2006.
Sorry, 2006. Yeah. And I thought, what a waste of a place, wasn't it?
Exactly. So shocking. And Michael Owen was injured as well, by the way, while he's in the World Cup as well. Yeah. So he completely messed that up, didn't he? He messed it up. But then again, sort of thing, I think Sven did all right, sort of thing, with the players he's had, but he just could not turn them into winners. That is the problem.
Couldn't get past the quarterfinals, could he?
Exactly. That's the trouble. And I'm afraid to say that's what happens. We're just an early team. I'd love to see us win the World Cup again, but have we got the players to do it? I'm not so sure. Is it Paul from Two Review in the chat? It's not, mate. It's TTR. If it's TTR or Two Review, that's where you find him, mate. And he's a great guy as well. Sean Maguire, an England team. Surely Shelby should be there ahead of him as well. The thing is, though, he's been injured as well. So he hasn't had much game time, do you know what I mean, this season. That is the thing. And I think Calvin Phillips is going to have problems as well getting into the team as well. Jackson Phillips to me, then his answer is no. Yeah, sorted. What about this Edwards of Sporting? He would fit into our squad. You know what it is? It would be a lot of money, Tony, this guy. He took Spurs to the clean ass in the Champions League the other day.
Yeah, he did, yeah. But there again, John, we've got the money. So, you know, but again, our club's shown already, and, you know, 2 transfer windows now, and, you know, teams have now got to get used to the fact that we don't get mugged off no more. We don't get mugged off. We may have the money, but we won't be over the odds for a player. And so hopefully clubs have learned their lesson now after 2 transfer windows. And I saw an interesting thing from Ben Jacobs. Obviously, he's a keen Leicester fan, as we know, and I'm sure he's a secret Newcastle fan underneath. But
yes, I think he is.
According to Ben, according to him, Maddison is ready to sign a new deal. Now I'm thinking I can't see it because Leicester are poor at the minute. They've got to play Spurs, and later on, and I think Spurs will wipe the floor with them, if I'm honest. And not only that, if there's no way he's going to commit to a new contract until he knows what's happening at Leicester, is if they're still in that bottom 3 at Christmas, he may think, I'm not signing a new deal. Why should I? I want to get out of here. Because the minute he signs that new deal, his price will just go boom, and then that's it. And he'll be priced out of a move. So I think he'll hold back. I think if he was going to say a new deal, I think that'll be at the end of the season if he hasn't been sold in January. Because I've got a feeling we'll go back in January, especially if they're still struggling in the bottom 3.
Totally agree.
He's not going to want to play in a relegation fight, is he? And I sadly don't think Maddison will make the World Cup this year because he's playing in a struggling team. Had we signed him in the summer, he may have had a chance to go to the World Cup. But because they didn't let him go, I don't think he's going to make the squad this season.
Nah, I don't think he will. To be fair. I think he's only on 1 cap for his country. So, and the thing is as well, if he does sign that contract, then Leicester's going to book them with 80 million quid. And I tell you what, no one are going to pay that sort of money. There's no way. And don't sign it, James. Otherwise, to me, that means you've got the committee of future to Leicester City, by the way. I'll be real. Got Craig. Big up to Craig, by the way. I'm absolutely fine, man. How are you today? Good luck today. But I'm afraid to be after our match today. I do apologise, mate. But I've been on this channel yesterday. Do check out UTC IAD channel as a Bournemouth channel. Great guy. He has introduced some big names. Colton Palmer's the latest one he's done. So big up to Craig, by the way. And everyone say hi to him. Let's enjoy this exciting game before Gareth Watergate puts us to sleep. Exactly. Leicester will be struggling in January. And Eddie will find you some hidden gems like he did with us, with Vardan Juma, Pew, Richie, Callum, Arta, many others. He will do. I've got a Man City fan here. Big up to you, mate. I'm going to say he's win 3-1 to do. Our boy Haaland scoring again. He has indeed. And big up to Alan as well. Kind words, my guy. Kind words. Thank you very much indeed. And I'm sure Paul will be proud as well, by the way. So, yes. Thank you very much indeed for you, Alan. Kind words, and I left a message back as well. Big up afternoon, Paul. Hope you well. Speaking of England, as anyone that since Ramsey, pick a team as opposed to a group of individuals, Tony.
Yes, I think there has. Didn't Sir Bobby Robson pick a great team back in 1990, you know, when we had the tears from Gaza. We had Lineker scoring. You know, we had that close game in the quarters against Cameroon, which we just won 3-2. That was the year Roger Miller came to light and nobody knew who he was. And this man at I think 39, 40-year-old was just scoring goals in the World Cup for fun. And doing his little jig by the corner flag. We all remember that little belly dance he used to do at the corner flag. Yeah, I think in that 90 World Cup we had a great team. I mean, you know, we had some hard nuts at the back. I mean, you got Terry Butcher there, you know, famously got his head cut open and wore the bandage all the way through a game. Yeah, I think the 90 World Cup we had a team there. It wasn't all individuals. Yeah, we had Gaza and then we had Biazzi in there, but they weren't playing as individuals. We were playing part as a team. You know, so I go back to that World Cup, you know, John, and that was a World Cup we should have won, because had we just put our penalties away against Germany, I know, John, we would have gone out in that final against Argentina and we would have hammered them, because them players, after what Maradona had done 4 years previously, would have wanted to go out then and put the world to rights that, right, this is our chance now. We're going to show you how good a team we are. Exactly. So I think the Italia 90 World Cup was a team. But then you look further down the line, 96. Yeah, there was a couple of individuals in that team, but again, under Terry Venables, did remarkable. But yeah. I think after Venables, I think when Ericsson took over, there was too many individuals. You had your Lampards, your Gerrards, you know, your Beckhams, your Scholes, you know. So, yeah, I think maybe the last time was probably Bobby Robson, maybe Terry Venables, Altel as we call him. But yeah, other than that, I think after that, I don't think we've had a manager where we've had a team as such. I don't know about what you think, John.
For me personally, I thought we had a team under Bobby Robson. I mean, they could have started in 1988. They didn't. They've given another 2 more years sort of thing. He's done that. Took us to semi-finals. Graham Taylor for me. I'm sorry, he's like a turnip. Terry Venables played a wonderful football as well. We had some cracking players back then, by the way. But for me, we had some great players. Sven-Göran Eriksson, like I said earlier, he did Irish, but we couldn't turn our players into golden general sort of thing, into winners, unfortunately. Steve McLaren was a waste of time. Fabio Capello, I rate him highly. I rate him highly. I know people say he didn't do it for England, but look at this record. This club record is amazing, absolutely amazing. And
I mean, I look at these England games, John, and I think, and I look at goals, right? And I know Michael Owen's goal against Argentina, can't take that away from him. That was a fantastic goal. I mean, we took on most of that team and got round them and slotted it past Roa. But for me, I think the best goal in England history that I've seen, it's got to be the Gaza at Wembley against Scotland. That's got to be the best goal I've ever seen, followed by the celebration with the dentist chair. To me, I don't know, John. Is there a better goal that England has scored than that? I don't know, but I just look at that and I think Gaza's got to be the top. That's got to be the top goal that I've ever seen in an England shirt. I don't know. There might be a better one out there that people might know in the chat, but to me, that's the one. I think that was the best goal England's ever scored, apart from and then I think Michael Owen comes behind that. But yeah, I don't know about you, John.
I tell you, I have to agree. Cracking goal from me against Scotland. Owen's goal against Argentina was class. And you know what? I can't forget any others. There's been wonder goals as well. I mean, there haven't been very many wonder goals, by the way, like Messi type. John Barnes against Brazil. That has to be one. That's going to be up there.
Bobby Charlton in the 66 World Cup, I suppose. That was a good goal from 25 yards, wasn't it?
Yeah, turn and shot as well. What a goal, by the way. What a goal. And other than that sort of thing, like, it's few and far between. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, I want to see goals from 25 yards. I mean, you got a Trippier free kick against Croatia. That's a lovely goal, by the way. I can't lie.
Game we should have won.
Exactly. We had was it 2-1 up in that game?
We were 1-0 up, John, after 12 minutes, and then
we lost 2-1.
Or after 5 minutes, sorry, I think it was 5 minutes, and then we had a chance in that first half to put that game to bed, John, and we didn't take it, and then they got it in extra time.
It's down to world-class individuals as well. Perisic as well. Amazing. Brilliant second half, by the way. You get James Madison, that's according to Craig. Judy's in the building. She's lovely, isn't she, Judy? She's always lovely. Just here to wish your gorgeous son a lovely weekend. Thank you, Judy. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Nice match day from Barbara. Big up to Barbara. Hope you're okay. Cheers, appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much indeed. As always, you got to have the team at 1. Ashley, 2 o'clock, mate, Alan, 2 o'clock. It's hard not to think about yourself. Kids like comfortable against that. Due to this decision, make a squad. Who do you think will step in? A lot of people are saying that there's not many people like that is going to take the job for England. But like I said the other day, I'm be very worried if Eddie Howe's name's been mentioned. Very worried. But who's out there, though? I mean, Steve Cooper, I don't think he's ready.
No, I don't think he is. I looked on Twitter. I saw Forrest's result come up full time on Twitter, and I just looked into that comments. Amount of Forest fans, a lot of Forest fans, and they're saying Cooper's took us as far as he can. It's time for him to go. Mm-hmm. And then somebody else chipped in and said, "Yeah, but you've got like 22 players. What do you expect? How are you supposed to play if these players aren't gelled yet?" So, there's a lot of comments in there for Cooper out. They want him gone. The Forest fans. I wouldn't be surprised. They want him out. They want him out. A lot of them do. Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised, John, now the international break comes up, if he goes over that break and they bring somebody. Do you know what would be though, John? What would be funny is, right? This is the way Forest are, and how much I think their chairman thinks he's playing FIFA 22. Now I mean, I think if he gets rid of Cooper, I wouldn't be surprised if Pochettino walks into Forest. It wouldn't surprise me, John. It wouldn't surprise me, John. It wouldn't surprise me, John. Not with that owner they've got. The way they've bought players. I mean, one of the fans' comments was Gibbs White. He was never worth 42 million. They said 5 million at the most. Mm. So they're not happy with Gibbs White either. So you go.
I think Pochettino want to walk into a team he wants to be in the Champions League and playing football in Europe. I don't think I'll be stunned if Pochettino walked in there. I mean, if you go from Spurs to PSG and then Orlando Forest, that's a backward step. What do you think, guys? Do you think Pochettino will go to Forest, people? Leave it in the comments.
That's only what I'm saying. The way their chairman saw.
Yeah, man.
The way he is their chairman, he's so eccentric. It wouldn't surprise me, John. I'm not saying it's going to happen, But it wouldn't. What C doesn't say to Pochettino, I'll give you a big pay if you come here to sign a contract at the end of the season, see if you can keep us up. I wouldn't be surprised, John. I probably not happen, but I'm just saying that's the way that chairman is.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Pins are great. Pins are cool. That's what it's all about. Big up John and Palo, and big up to Miguel. Hope you're okay. Big United fan. And 90 minutes for it's 10 minutes now. After John Todd got a feeling back today going 4-1. Looks like Bournemouth are getting new owners, exciting times for the Cherry fans. Yes, the American owners are going to take over. Good points, Tony. About your superior knowledge. How did I forget Raw Bobby? Back then, we had the quality team. Problem was, other teams had better. That's exactly. What do you think of the proposed Bournemouth takeover? It's pretty much a done deal. If anyone wants to know more about after the show, do check in our chat with Kieran Maguire. So Kieran Maguire is going to go on Craig's channel, and that should be absolutely amazing. I don't know if it's going to be live or recorded. Joey Cole scored an amazing half from 30 yards. Yeah, I can remember that. Chloe Kelly's goal is the most iconic goal England has ever scored. I agree there. Beckham's free kick. Our concerns are about US based, which normally worries us. However, he has done a good job with the NHL team and seems to invest a lot of money. Will he do that here? As I can't see him giving them up. Probably not. He probably put them first. That's the thing. Toon's chip as well. Emma Toon. And Vindy Baker's all over. Big up to Straffy. Over your kid, mate. Silverback never hardly got a chance for England. Only scored a couple of times. I think he only had one cap. Does he have one cap?
He's the only England player so far to score 5 in one game, though.
Yeah.
And that record still stands. Nobody's beat it yet. I say yet.
Absolutely. But I think that's 1975. So we're talking about 47 years ago. Wow. There you go. Sorry, I meant to. That's from Alan. I think the FA come calling for Eddie, unfortunately. However, will he accept the job as he invested in the job in Newcastle? I'm not sure about on Tony. I know it's all about opinions, but would he be tempted to go to England?
Well, that's the thing, John. I don't know, because you've got to look at it. If the FA come calling, if they came calling, he's then got a decision to make. Does he want to stay in day-to-day club football, or does he want to go to international football? Now, it's a hard one. But do you know what I think? I think he would stay. And I'll tell you why I think he would stay. Because he knows he's building something here at the club. And he's already stated he wants to win a trophy with this club. Now, if we're doing well and he wants to keep there and take us further, then I can't see him giving up. The only thing I could see is he may say to the FA, I don't want to leave now, but I'm open at the end of the season, maybe. Would that then put the FA thinking, hang on, we'll just put a caretaker manager in charge until the summer, and then we'll get Eddie in the summer? But I don't think he's that type of guy to do that anyway. I personally think he would stay, but it all depends on what England are offering. That's the only problem. It's a tough one, John. Yeah. You know you're going to manage your country. Now, does he want that pressure, or does he want to stay at Newcastle? I really don't know, John. It depends. It really depends. But we cross that bridge when it comes to it. Hopefully it never comes to that. Hopefully Southgate goes out there, smashes it, wins a World Cup, and boom, happy days. Sir Gareth and everybody's happy with that. And we can move on and forget about Eddie Howe going to England.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope he doesn't go. I mean, he's got a project there, and he want to finish off that project as well. Things as far as though they brought a lot, but the average players, in this opinion, I mean, only a few might be Irish, but the rest of them, I'm not sure. Forest could be real trouble if they go down. 157 million is a stupid amount of money to be spending. Craig, I have to agree. I think Posh could go back to Southampton. Me personally, I don't think he will. That would be harsh if I would sack him. Typical owners, that they need to give him a chance. Tony's bang on the money. Does money talks, and he's unemployed. I heard a lot of fans say Cooper has to stay because this time last year they were bottom of the championship. And Judy, but up to Judy, it wouldn't be surprised if Allardyce or Dyche are sniffing around in the bins and City going like dirty first. Judy, you touched on that. Thanks for bringing that up, by the way. Sean Dyche has been seen a couple of times at the City ground. Yeah, he has been pictured as well, Tony. I don't know if you've seen it, but hey.
Well, apparently, according to some fans, he's been there every game, apparently. But he's from Nottingham, apparently, originally, so maybe he's just there as a fan. You know, but would that be a thing? I don't know. I mean, would he go there? I know he's one of the favourites for the Brighton job and the Bournemouth job, isn't he, as well? So I don't know. He may want to go to his hometown club. Who knows? But yeah, it's an interesting one. But then Forest has still got a manager at the moment. So, you know, let's see how that plays out.
Yeah, I think Steve Coe needs to look over his shoulder because especially with Sean Dyche's out boot sort of thing as well. But it'd be interesting. Probably during the international break, things can change. Wouldn't be surprised if Allardyce Dyche, I read that brilliant comment, Judy, thank you. Don't Forest get a parachute payments to go down? Yes, they do. I think they do. So the money Chelsea spent on transfers this summer was the amount needed by Newcastle for Mike Ashley. Sounded like it, did it? Big up to Jack, by the way. And he says 6 to the tone there. Bournemouth is in a great area, good fans catchment, a local climate primarily to London. Looks good for investment, more Americans in the Premier League. Let's hope these Americans are ambitious for Bournemouth Football Club and for Craig especially. Another 4 more minutes away from the team lineup. I shall bring it up as well. Forest squad, I think, is good enough to stay in the Premier League. Manchester's good too. They need time and few changes to the first team. They'll be all right. That's according to Cenk. I will be gutted if Eddie left us for England. Hopefully, he'll get us silverware first. And then he moves. That's a good point. You need to win some silverware first and then take the England job on as well if you want to do that. Newcastle fans loves Eddie like we do. Love to steer you guys. Maybe after the next Euros, you might be tempted. I reckon for the 2026 World Cup and not beforehand. And got one here. Go on, what did you say, Tony?
Yeah, I've just seen a video there. Bruno walking into St James's Park, so he's there, and he's smiling away. So he looks pretty happy.
Fair enough. I see. Yeah, go on, Tony.
Yeah, and before the team comes out, shall I put my team up that I think's going to play because I don't want to put this up after the team comes out and then go, oh, hang on, I've got it wrong. So then,
go for it.
Right. So I'll just pop that up. There we go. Should be coming up.
By the way,
it's slow today, isn't it?
Nah. It's just amazing. Let's have a look at this one. Skill up now. This is Tony's team, which he thinks is going to come in. And it's Botman, Fabian Share. Well, Pope's going to be in goal, by the way. There you go. And target.
So I've got Pope, Trippier, Share, Botman, Target. And then in the middle 3, Willock, Bruno, and Joe Linton. Up front, I've got Almiron, not Wilson, sorry, it's Isak, and Anderson. So, yeah, I think I think Anderson could start today.
I really, really hope he does because this is a perfect game for him, by the way.
Yeah. I've just got the feeling he could start today, John.
I do as well. We'll find in the next minute or so. Fingers crossed. We do that. Okay. I see our 8-18's got beat off Sunderland by 3 goals to 1 a dear. Hi lads. Hopefully Newcastle win. That's an Alan. For me, Dyche to a championship club. That's a big thank you. Are you doing a watch on the day, John, or going over to PD's or Bastard's stream? Well, Peter's at the match. Bastard does on his own, and I'm not doing a watch along. I've done a watch along for a while now because what I'm doing now, Jude, is the warm up show. And then after the kickoff, and then I'll do a match review after the game because there are a couple of channels on there gets loads and loads of watch hours sort of thing. If I did, I'd probably end up getting back 20. And so it's just that, man. But I'd love to go back on it soon. if Eddie leaves, you might see players looking to move as well, especially if they aren't happy with the next manager. That's a fair shout, Tony. Fair shout.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the thing. Who would, but again, it's just speculation, isn't it? We're not sure. I mean, Southgate might have a rubbish World Cup and still keep his job. So who knows? But I don't know. I don't know. I just think let's wait and see how it plays out first. I'd be gutted if how it went and then we lost a few players on top of that. But then I don't think we would lose any players, if I'm honest. Maybe the fringe players might want to go, but yeah, hopefully, Eddie Howe would stick around anyway.
I hope he does. I've just got the team line up here, and Bruno is starting, and there we go.
Yeah,
and got Pope and goal. The back four will be Trippier, captain, Fabian Schär, Dan Burn, and Matt Target. Botman's made to subs bench. Bruno's back, people. He's back. Joe Willock and Joe Linton. And the front three is going to be Fraser, Almiron, and Isak. And Elliot Anderson is not
in the squad, John. That's strange. That I don't know. So is he injured, Elliot Anderson? Then, so has he got an injury of some sort? Because and why is Botman on the bench for? Why? I don't understand that one.
I don't. He's gone with Fraser, and he's gone with Fraser, and
Dan Burnett centre half with Fabian Schär.
Yeah,
maybe because of Bournemouth. Maybe just to give him. Maybe because he thinks Bournemouth might be a bit more physical. Give him Dan Burn, I suppose that part of it, so Dan Burn can take the physicality out of Bournemouth a bit. I don't know, but it's just a strange one why Botman's on the bench, because Botman's played really, really well.
Yeah. I think Eddie wants to keep changing the team. I think Botman's got to realise now he's not going to be a starter sort of thing, you know what I mean? And that's why he's gone with Dan Burn and Fabian Schär. It'd be interesting because last season we didn't have Botman in the team. And Isak needs to be scoring goals. If he does that and don't do the messy chip, it'll be fine. We don't want to see that as yet. Got Craig again. Don't want Dyche. I'd rather stick with Gary Neal. We won't be changing anything to take us completely. Hopefully by then Dyche will be off the table. That's fair dues. Put us at the ground, and he is starting Pablo. We would like to see come England's next England's coach on Southgate. Imagine Bielsa. It would be nice to see some entertaining football for a change. You know what? If it's going to be him, then cool. 3-0 Man City now. Foden got the third goal. Burn for Botman. I think Fraser probably start. He is started, by the way, mate. And why are we talking about how leaving? I mean, that's what Craig discussed that sort of thing, so we need to talk about it as well. But don't worry, Alan. He's going nowhere. But I expect a sat tonight choose. Fraser in, hope he does well. And Edge's World of Fears has gotten called up by Kidman in the side. Go for this well. And it's not even on the bench. And Carlos is on the bench. He shouldn't play though. Big up to Wolves. Singing national anthem and clapping after 70 minutes. Yes. Great shout. Trusting Ed. And Fraser won't get a nice session. That's for the Bournemouth fans, unfortunately, after the way he's treated them. We have two great centre backs in Burn and Botman. It's good for competition, but I think Howe is divided on them both. Hitchin Fraser and Reed at Bournemouth. That's a night of coffee. Richard getting a major reception. Yes, he will for what he's done. Yeah, so are you happy with that lineup, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, maybe starting Fraser, because Fraser might be up for it against his former club. Well, he's got to be up for it. He should be up for every game, never mind just against his former club. But yeah, I think on the Dan Burn one, I think it may be more because, with Bournemouth being a promoted team and, there may be the way they're physical, so it may be more of a Dan Burn thing rather than a Botman. So that's why he might have gone with Burn. But that team there should win this game. If that team does not win this game, then I'm going to be very, very surprised, John, to be fair, because with that team, they should win that game. Well, and I'm still sticking to my guns that we're going to win 5-0, you know. But yeah, so yeah, let's see.
Absolutely, man. Because
I've
if
got
you think about it, go on.
Yeah, I've got the Bournemouth team here. If you want to know the Bournemouth team,
yes, please. Yeah, get that back. I tell them on Oots and whoops. I'll go for the comments while you do that as well. Got one from Julie. Someone ran into my car, so I can't pay until the end of the month. But as I promised, John, I'll donate a £5 for every goal we score to your channel and double it if we win. Thank you very, very much indeed, Jude. I really appreciate that. And you know what? Judy normally donates us anyway, a kind donation as well. I really appreciate that. And thank you very much indeed again, Judy. Would Bournemouth be interested in signing Richie? Well, rip out his contract and then send him over to you all day long. And that's how she would be in Bournemouth. Exactly. I take him back in a heartbeat. That's from Craig. We could go to the Bournemouth team lineup as well. And you got Neto, came from Barcelona. I'll tell you what, though, he is a decent keeper, by the way. He is a decent keeper. And what's he, 6'5", and he's very, very good on the floor as well. And you got Cook, Methven, Lerner, Solanke, Christie, Smith, your captain, Tafernia, Zenesi, Billin, and Simura. Now, I mean, if you look at that team, right? I mean, Solanke scored, 20, 30 goals last season, 28, 29 goals last season. He was outstanding in the championship, by the way. Can he hack in the Premier League? That is going to be a $1 million question. And can their back three or back four cope with our attacks today? I'll tell you what, Bournemouth from Tony will be so delighted that ASM's not on the team that day.
Oh, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, John. He'll be absolutely buzzing about that. But, you know, obviously they're saying Kelly's out with an injury, so that's why he's not captain today for them. And I mean, that bench is Travers, Stevens, McCondice, Stacey, Law, Stanislas, Sariki, Moore, and Anthony. So, do you know what, John? That team doesn't frighten me, really. It doesn't strike us with fear. And, you know, I know Jeffers and Lerner's a good midfielder, and Billing can be dangerous as well because he can pop a shot in from anywhere. So you've got to keep your eye on him. You know, I don't know a lot about the goalkeeper, Neto. I know he's Brazilian, but you know, I think let's just see how it goes. You just never know. But as long as if we start off well and get into them, then I can't see any problems whatsoever with that, really. I'm still sticking with me 5-0, John. And I think you're probably still sticking with your 3-0, aren't you?
I am sticking with 3-0 today. I'm not going to change. But I got my scores right yesterday on the Macy's channel. I said 3 to the Fulham.
3-2 to Fulham, yeah?
Yeah, I said 3-2 to the Fulham. I did. I said we goals in that game. But I tell you what, though, talking off Fulham, we got them next away. And that will not be easy. This is not a Scott Parker team. This is a Marco Silva team. And it's going to be so difficult.
Talking about them, John, have you seen? Because now that stand's opening up for the home. This is for the home fans.
Yeah,
they're charging £90 a ticket for adults for the home and £60 for children. Absolutely disgraceful in my eyes. That is disgusting. And I mean, there's a cost of living crisis, and not only that, how can people afford to take their families? If you've got a family of 4, 2 adults, 2 kids, that's £300 to go to a match. That's ridiculous. That's without your food, without your travel. You know, where do they think people have got this sort? It's just bonkers. And if fans pay that, then they're absolutely fools. I'm sorry. It's just you must have to have a mortgage to do that because it's just absolutely ridiculous. And I just don't know where they get these prices from. I know it's London, but geez, come on.
19 times 19 games. They got to pay 2K, close to 2 folds of our season ticket. I mean, how weird, man. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, how can you pay that? It's just... I'm lost for words, man. I'm lost for words. I'm done. Sorry, but it is ridiculous. And this is why England is the most expensive place in the world a day. And I cannot even lie, Tony. I cannot even lie. Wow, that bench is bad. Go on.
Sorry, if our club was to do that, I would say, do you know what? I wouldn't even be going because I'd be saying that's disgusting. But I know our club wouldn't do that. You know, I mean, I know we've complained in the past when like we've seen Arsenal put their prices up, Chelsea put their prices up.
Mm-hmm.
But that is just I don't mean this disrespectful to Fulham. They're not exactly a top 4 club. You know, they're not constantly Champions League club. They're just they're just a run-of-the-mill mediocre team, but they want £90 an adult and £60 for a child. You know, it's crazy. And I hope fans vote with their feet and don't buy the tickets, because if you don't buy them, they don't sell them seats, they'll have to bring them down. I think it's probably because they want to pay for the new stand. That's why.
That's all it is. That's all it is. So get that money there first and then probably reduce it eventually. But 60 quid for the children, for kids, that 60 quid. You're joking? I can't believe that. I'm just lost for words, man. I'm lost for words. And while that bench is bad, can't wait to improve that in January. Aston Jack, you're right, mate. I just win 10-0. Then you never see us again. Aston Judy. She will. She'll come back on. She will. That's why we love Judy, by the way. She's a lovely lass. Isak, please score 9 goals. I hope that's the case. What do you think, guys? What do you guys think of that away kit? Bournemouth away kit.
Let's get that screen back up and we'll have a look, John.
Yeah, sure. Swap it a boot. Get rid of that. I'll go for the comments. Eddie's favourite players, Big Dogs and Lanky. That's a Mansell.
If that's your away kit.
Yeah, that's the away kit.
Yeah. What do you think of that, John?
To me,
it's different.
It's different. I agree. It's different. And for me, I mean, I've seen worse. But it's a nice kit. It's a nice away one, I think.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I really do.
We've seen some. Well, we're seeing some shocking ones, John. I mean, gosh, the one I think Man United had last year was absolutely shocking, wasn't it? Like a zebra one, wasn't it? Do you remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Man City had one which looked awful as well, didn't it?
They did.
Oh gosh, and that was absolutely awful. And some of them were just no. Some of them were just.
Go on, Tony.
They're just that. No, some kits were just absolutely awful, John. I mean, you know how where these designers come up. It's not just the marketing; there's the designers as well. It's the marketing departments at the clubs, and I mean, surely, what are they on it? You know, what are they on at the end of the day? Looking at stuff like that, are they sitting in a pub on a Friday night, having too many whiskies, and then realizing, oh yeah, we'll just have that shirt, and then they see it and they go, oh, did we actually vote for that? You know, it's just weird, isn't it?
It's shocking, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. And you know what it is, Tony, right? I mean, people, you mentioned their cost of living. People can't afford it. People cannot afford it. You got people, right? I mean, not being funny, right? But off topic, right? You got people who's got to pay for the kids sort of thing when they get there, and they got to pay extra sort of thing. They cannot do it. I know someone, right? I mean, off topic, by the way, if now I'll talk to him later, sort of thing, off air. I'm not going to say it on here. Looks like back 4 or back 3 with Lerner. In there was Zumura and Smith playing left and right, pushing forward a fair bit. Solanke on front on his own. If that is the case, that looks like a 5-4-1 formation. Hi there, Judy. That's Craig, by the way, and Craig meet Judy. Judy is fantastic. Our ticks are 35, 37 quid a match. That's from Bournemouth. Well done to you. And everyone's having feeling well conferred a quarter kit a day. That's some Mats. Pick up the Mats, by the way. And it's not even on the bench. Nah, shocking, man. Not even on there. Yeah, go on, Tony.
So I'll just share this, John. This, to me, this is Forest's 3rd kit this season, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you exactly what I think of it. Right. So there we go. When it comes on.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. That's the 3rd kit. To me, that looks like a stagecoach bus seat, doesn't it?
It does. It
looks awful.
It does. I wouldn't even entertain it. There's no way. If I saw that as a Forest fan, I'd say, and someone bought that for us, I'd just refuse it. I'd just turn the demand a refund.
First thing I saw, I just thought that looks like a bus seat, doesn't it? That's what
it does,
does.
It does, doesn't it? I mean, what is that? It's like you're going out flipping surfing, man. It's like a surfer shirt and a flipping football kit, you know what I mean? So it's just absolutely incredible, man.
I think we'll have to do a show on shirts, John. I think that would be a good show to do.
Yeah. I tell you what, give it a charity, man. No disrespect to Forest, but that is poor. Absolutely poor. Shocking.
Yeah, I just thought I'd bring that one up just for a laugh, but that's what I do think it looks like. Yeah, it does look like a bus seat.
Yeah, man, it's just it's a joking, Dan.
Well, if you look at a stagecoach bus seat, John, it looks similar to that anyway. So yeah, I wonder if that's where they got the design from.
Exactly. Oh man, you know what it is, Tony? I just say, you know what? Best thing to do, don't even send it to Flipping River Island, man. Just sell it in a service shop. That's what I do. It's a madness, man. It's a madness.
It's an Italian designer as well, Macron, isn't it? The shirt manufacturers, yeah. Poor in my opinion.
I've seen some Serie B tops are better than that.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I've seen League One tops better than that, John.
Exactly. And when you spend all that money, sort of thing, it's just ridiculous. But hey ho, Judy, it's Londoners. They used to be swindled by price gouging. Exactly. I think the cost of Fulham tickets are high because of the smaller section, higher demand. That could be that. Yeah, Fulham and something on the bench. 60 quid for kids. What's the F? Geez, that's mental. London prices for you, I guess. I totally agree. No problem to you there, Jag. Maybe the kits would look better if they back and what's the same colour. Could well be. Man U's lime green kit is even worse. Bournemouth and Palace have done well with their kits this season. That's Isle of Coffee. Just noticed me and Tweed got the same ceiling fan. That's a mantle. They keep going. Bus seats. I like it. And big up to Ahadu. Hope you could please, Ahadu, could you please subscribe to my channel, mate? Just click on the subscribe button. That'd be brilliant. Thank you, man. And Judy Charity Shop Carpets. I like that. Judy is absolutely amazing. She does love those one-liners. She loves stories as well.
I've started something, John, haven't I?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Judy's loving it, by the way. When you get Judy in the house, you know exactly what's going on. Fosford kids like some kids, kindergarten kids were playing with crayons, and Valencia has a nice kit as well. They do, yes. You know what? The first thing I thought of, we have bus seats like that. All they are British Airways. Like, what's this? Oh, I love it, man. Keep them coming, please. Keep them coming in. Do one on 90s squad, keeper tells. I've been told they look like a Jamie on in a disco. I tell you what, you're going on a nightclub sort of thing, believe you and me, they're going to be thinking, is this guy a surfer? You know what I mean? I think we're Aradis tomorrow, asking Steve, and reminds me of one of Arsenal's kit that was inspired by the Underground. Terrible, that's an Aaron. When that pink, purple, luminous thing at Man United used to go, remember Peter Schmeichel playing on that? It was terrible. Yeah, I think I can remember what you're on about, Craig. I can remember that, Craig. I can. And Way Eye, that's the one on early mishaps as well. And let's have a look at this one. Didn't like that Sunderland goal the other day, John. What the hell? I didn't see it, mate. I didn't see it. But I will be beating soon. I will be smashing the Carabao Cup or FA Cup, whatever it may be.
They're not in the Carabao Cup, John. Unfortunately, they got knocked out by Sheffield Wednesday. So it'll have to be the FA Cup.
Good. Should do a shirt show and rate the kids. That'd be a brilliant show to do. There's fews I can do. I can do that. I can do like a Serie A roundup. I can do that as well. No problems at all. The team at the minute, the surprising team in that league is Udinese. They're fourth in the Champions League. They won the first 4 games, drew in the last game. I think that's a surprise package, Udinese. If you haven't been there, I've not been there. Udine is northeastern of Italy, just inside Italy, by the way. It looks nice, and I will go to Udine one day. Trust us. If not, it will be next season as well. Take on one of those couple of games in Serie A. Best kits from Palmer's, late 90s. Yeah, I like Palmer kits as well. Live. How do? Go and click on subscribe. Click on that, mate, and then like and subscribe, mate, and it helps the channel greatly. Predictions for the day, I say 3-0. Tony said, what's your prediction, Tony?
5-0.
5-0. You sticking by 5? Cool.
Yeah.
That's fine. And I like coffee. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.
But on great tops, John, and I say great tops. I'll pop this on screen for you in a moment.
Okay.
And I think we'll all agree this was a fantastic top. I mean, I like this shirt, to be fair, John.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Craig doesn't like Sunderland tops, by the way.
It's not a Sunderland top, that's for sure. It's one of our tops.
Oh my God, no.
There we go. Shaka Hislop with
smart,
the Time Bridge on it and everything in the silhouette of the cathedral. I think that was a brilliant top, John. That was a lovely top.
Beautiful top, that, like, absolutely fantastic. We're talking, what, 26 years ago? 26, 27 years ago?
97, John, yeah.
That's a beauty of a top, that's for me, that's a 10 out of 10. That is a 10 out of 10. And I still believe that it's still selling. It's still selling, by the way.
Do you know what, John? If Castore had brought that back out as a goalkeeping top this season, that would have sold out in no time, John. That would have gone like hotcakes.
Exactly. It'd be hotcakes. It'd be sellable. And you know what? It's in demand again. But one thing you certainly wouldn't do is charge us 90 quid and 60 quid for the kids as well.
Yeah, but no, that is a nice top. And Shaka weren't a bad keeper either, was he?
It was quality, absolutely quality. Do you know what I mean? And he saved us in many games as well. Can't blame him. But sometimes the defence needs to take responsibility. But that guy, he was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And can't go on with the Peru national team. I like the Peru national team. I really do. What a beauty. And what do you think about War Flag standing down for the Queen? For me, as a mark of respect for the day, and have it another time against Brentford, I'll be there, 100%. And I'm going to try and get a day off on October 7th on a Friday. And what I'll probably do as well, if I get a chance, I may do the press conference reaction show, probably record one live at the stadium, so I may do that. And we just see how it goes from there. That'd be brilliant. Do an Adam Pearson, by the way. I know I'll probably get a stick for it as well for doing the show outside the stadium. That's a start top. What does Shaka do nowadays? What does he do nowadays? I mean, we don't know. Is he still he's a pundit for BT.
He's a pundit, yeah. He still follows us as well, John. He still likes to see how we get on and still follows our results. So yeah, and he got the freedom in Newcastle or something, didn't he, a while back? So that's how good he is.
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. ESPN, by the way. ESPN from Foxy's just saying that. Thank you, Foxy, for that. The Brighton Special Newcastle shirt, similar to that shirt which Tony put up. It's a special shirt. And Judy's asking, who's our best keeper? Shea Gibbon. And for me, Shaka Hislop is a close second.
Don't forget Pavel.
Yeah, Pavel as well. Yeah, Pavel as well. Definitely. They asked him, can he keep us over the years?
I remember when we first signed him, John, from Bannock Ostrava for 350,000, and I remember when he played a few games, and he honestly was absolutely shocking, John. Crosses, well, he was terrible on crosses, but Keegan came in and made him into a brilliant goalkeeper. So But I remember when he first came, he was absolutely shocking. It was like we were crying for him, just get him out of the team, please, come on, He was coming out for crosses and getting nowhere near them.
Wow.
I mean, there was even a joke at the time went round the terraces and they said, what was the difference between Srnicek and Dracula? They're both afraid of crosses.
Yeah.
That went round the terrace, and I'm talking back like late 80s, early 90s, but yeah, that went round the terraces. That was when we had like Ozzy Ordeli's there as manager, but when Keegan come in, he turned into an even better keeper. And do you know what a great guy and what a great keeper he was as well. He turned out to be. And £350,000 was an absolute bargain.
Absolutely, absolutely. And he's trying to be. It just goes to show that if you can turn players' careers around, then you can become a top keeper, top player as well. And Cernicek's one of them. Julian's another one as well. And guys, I've noticed, right? I know it's 55 people watching live. So all you 55 people watching, can you please give me channel a like, please? I've already got 6. It is absolutely not good enough, man. It's not. So please help us suit. You know, we love you, but please hit that likes as well because it's important. So we channel gets spell out boot and says great channel as well. But thank you very much indeed for that. Please hit the likes. And Shaka's a pundit in America, and we've got one here. Newcastle extra in the past, great with Blue Star. Yeah, seen best keeper last year, but love Pavel. Gotta be shaking out all yeah. And we've got one here from Alec Given. He was Shearer was the reason I became a Newcastle fan. Good man. I love the 90s home top with Green Rose as the sponsor. Love it. Big up to Jordan Mawson. How we the last Jordan, if you please hit the subscribe button, mate. Give it a like as well. That'd be amazing. I believe it's your first. Up the cherries. That's in Callum as well. He's a Bournemouth fan. And good luck to you. But after the season, my guys. So sorry, Callum. But thank you for coming on, mate, and good luck for the rest of the season. Mate, that's 7. You've got 30 odd likes now. Thank you, Jordan. Where did 6 from? Wow. Didn't you sign Hislop on the Crumbles on the M4? Reading. Was it Reading we signed from?
Yeah, Reading was signing from, and yeah, he was, and just recently he was given the freedom in Newcastle by the mayor.
Yeah. And thank you. And one of my favourite kits was the All Black Juniors kit when Tony's least favourite player played for them. Always had a thing for Bokar. I've got to say that as well. But you know what I mean. But he's a great player. Fantastic.
I mean, John, don't get me wrong. He was a fantastic player. He had a great talent. I just never forgive him for that handball, unfortunately. And like thousands of England fans will never forgive him for that handball.
Definitely not.
And also in the World Cup as well, 4 years ago, he sat there with a Colombian top on as well, didn't he? Because he wanted Colombia to hammer England, and that backfired as well, didn't it?
Exactly. You can't be saying that, though. You can't be saying that, man. But that's embarrassing. But hey-ho. And, yeah, it's sad, man. I mean, his career, when he was 33, and he got banned for the World Cup, and rightly so, because he was full of drugs and that sort of thing. And that's a shame because he could have done a lot more. He could have done more when he left Napoli. You know what I mean? But as a club player, class. Go on, Tony.
I mean, I remember when I watched that World Cup in '94, and I think I was watching it with a mate, and I said, I think in the way when he scored that goal, and the way he went running up to the camera, and I said to my mate, I said, something not right there. And he went, what? And I went, well, look at his celebration. I says, come on, he looks as if he's high on drugs or something. I says, he doesn't look right at all. I says, that looks like somebody who's got a buzz off something, you know. And he went, oh, no, don't be silly. You know, I reckon he's on drugs. I says, look at the eyes, the way he's doing it, you know, the celebration. And then it came out a few hours later, he tested positive for drugs. So, yeah. You could see it in his eyes straight away.
Exactly. Someone quite right as well. I'm sure Foxy's got plenty to say about that as well, like he always does. And you know what it is, Tony? I agree. But I'm glad, in a way, we want a clean competition. We don't want players taking drugs there, sort of thing. And for me, I think that's utter disgraceful. Would you like Newcastle to do an Amazon document next season? 100%. I'd love to see that. And no Disney ones are better. Exactly. Maradona, I suppose, or Colombia, because there's also been a huge friendship with him and El Pibe Valderrama. Maradona, greatest of all time for me. Yeah. Big up, John. Big up to Andy as well, mate. This game's got goals in it. I've gone for Newcastle 3-2. Newcastle win. Wow. Big up to Anthony, by the way. Totally agree with you, lads. That's an Aaron as well. Big City fan. I think they won by 3-0 today, by the way. And there you go. Listen, we're going to wrap it up there because it's going to 2:30. And, again, Tony, did you enjoy coming on for the Warm Up Show on a day?
Yeah, of course. I always enjoy coming on, John. Yeah.
Yeah, I sound like Laura Woods, don't I? She always asks people, "Do you enjoy coming on and talk sport?" And Laura Woods is amazing, like, you know what I mean? I'd love to get Laura Woods for the Arsenal preview. That'd be amazing. And I'll probably get people like Dill will say, "Well, I'm not on."
What? Yeah, exactly.
He'll be having words with us as well.
Yeah.
And then he probably said he probably want Eddie Howell out anyway. He wants Eddie out. He wants to take Arteta instead, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. Sorry, mate.
They can keep Arteta.
Okay, Arteta. Yeah, definitely. Agree with you, lads. Like the stream, guys. Numbers of likes, number of goals Isak will score this season. For me, I think he'll get if he gets win number 15 this season, I'll be happy with that. 110%. 1-0 to Keith Armour. Keith Armour's going to go. We're lads. And Steve, what's the crack, John and Tony? We just talked about him, by the way.
And then he appears.
And he does. We love Dale. Love his channel, by the way. Later, guys, have a great day, everyone. That's from Mansell. And Tony Wick, before I read this out for a second, for the game, lads, great show as always. Take care, John. Tony, looking forward to catching up soon. Doing the FIFA All Reaction show tomorrow's always welcome. Thank you very much indeed. We try to come on that one as well. And great stream, lads. Have a great weekend. Good luck. Thank you, Aaron, as well. So, Tony, where do you find you on your channel, mate? Give us a big shout out first, mate.
Yeah. So you can find me down there at Tony2031. Follow me, and I'll follow you back. And then if you haven't already checked it out, go and check out www.northwestmags.com. That's northwestmags.com, where you'll find lots of different things in there. The podcasts in there, channels in there. And you can go on a forum where you can have your say, discuss things like today's game or with other fans in there. And any photos if you're at the match or anywhere you live, not in Newcastle, outside Newcastle, take a photo with your shirt on, showing your pride in front of some landmark, and then you can email them via the website, and Sefton will stick them on the gallery. So yeah, go and check it out. It's a good website, and it's only been on a few days now.
And it's very popular as well. Go on.
And Sefton actually said to me last night, because when I gave it a plug on its debut on Thursday night, you had loads of inquiries already.
Big up. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, you know what? Sefton's going to be brilliant. I mean, his website is absolutely flying, by the way, and he's done a fantastic job with what he does. Big up to him, mate. Big up to him as well. Just a couple more. The disabled team, Leeds United fan. Big up to you, mate. And absolutely fine. And if you hit the subscribe button, mate, that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much indeed. And Del Boy's just followed on Twitter. And top guy as well. He loves the Arsenal chat as well. He loves any chat as well. So, guys, thanks for coming on chats. I'll be back at 6:30 tonight for the match review with me, Tony, and Grace Thompson as well. I hope Grace makes it. I'm sure she will do. And thanks very much for that. And if you like my channel, like what you see, give it a like, give us a subscribe button as well. Let's go for 4,000, and that'd be amazing. And if you like to super chats, then click on the $sign, give what you can. And if you like to become a member, 99p. That's all it is. Doing the competition again very, very soon. Enjoy the game, lads. Thank you, Steve. And until then, enjoy the game wherever you're at, whether you're at the match, whether you're at home, whether you're on the stream. And then take care. It's a goodbye for now. And I should say back at 6. Take care. See you later. With that tune.